Hello, everybody. I'm actually making this video for two students that I have in mind, but I'm thinking it might be useful for more people than that. Now, I can't use their names because, that's just weird using people's names and everyone's present, so we'll call them M and B. So, hello, M and B. And this goes along with the thing I sent you the other day, kind of the same idea. So I played, this time I'm playing a human. This is a 1Q level. And I thought the choices and the journey was well worth looking at. Now, I think other viewers might go, Journey, what are you talking about? To me, the emotional journey in Go is really difficult. I get caught up in this and that, and I want to win, and I want to beat him, and I'm afraid, and it's all this stuff going on in my head. And so, anyway, so let's have a look. So I'm the white stones. I found in general the thing I want M and B to consider is, and one of the main things I did here was I kept going back and checking things again, reanalyzing the board, reassessing things as a habit. Other thing I did is when he's thinking about his move, that's when I spend time reading out this and that. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. So he played not in an empty corner, so I'm going to go ahead and play in an empty corner. He approaches, and I thought seriously about playing away again, but this is an unusual Joseki, and I thought I could get an advantage here. Here, I went wrong. Big mistake. It cost me half a stone. I'm thinking, ooh, a weak stone. Great, I'm going to retire it. Rather than corners big, that's where my life should be. It stops him from getting life there. So I should be thinking this way. And I got a big corner. He's not even that settled. Great outcome for me. But I said Atari. When he Atari's back, I go, oh, so I missed this. If he plays here, now we know there's no early ko, so I have nothing. I don't have a Panuki. I don't have anything. It's horrible. Luckily, he played here. Very strong move for black. But now I can potentially get an eye. It's a better position for me. Now, I've played 4 stones there. He's played 5 stones there because I captured 1. So he should have 8 more points than I do. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12-ish for him. So I should have 4. Well, I have a weak group. Is it thickness? Maybe it's equal here. Maybe it's equal, but I feel terrible. I'm not settled. Yeah, I feel terrible here. Okay. Now we're going to start to get into the meat of how I'm thinking here. And this is what M and B, what I'm trying to tell them is, how do we think? That's what I do with my students, how to think through moves. Okay, so I'm looking at the A group. I don't see it doing anything. Even if I settle, It's just an uninteresting, unusable group. So I'm saying, no, I just refuse. That group looks useless to me. So I played away again, okay, which is a big move. Plays this way, not sente, take the corner. So the big thing we've done in the A corner, I made a mistake. Although it did turn out somewhat equal, but still, I way prefer black there. And then I made the decision, I don't like saving the group, settling it. It's such a slow move. So I couldn't bring myself to do it. Now, these are valid decisions that you have to make. You know, this thing we talk about, take responsibility for your groups. That means you might decide to give them up. You might decide, who knows what you're going to decide. But that's what I did here. I don't like this A group. Okay, so I play here, go in this direction. Okay, then what? Big wall. I'll go ahead and negate it. Okay, makes sense. Give my group some support. So I have a reason to support my group. I'm still not going to stabilize it because he's getting the bigger side of it, and it's still not what you call settled. So I'm playing lightly, making sure I negate. Weird black move. Now, again, this is all about the decisions. I'm thinking this settles me and gives me points. Well, that's not how I've been talking about the group. I said I don't like the group. And if I do that, he's growing what he wants to grow. In my mind, that's a wrong direction. So I say, I'm not going to let you get what you want, and I'm not going to support this group I don't like. If it ends up naturally that I save it, great. But I'm not about to make that my prime goal. A little bit of reading here. I don't think he can cut me well because his two stones, well, look, it's at least, looks like it's 5-2. However you look at it, white's better in the local fight. And I'm encouraging him, go over there and kill me. What I'll do is go after your A stick. And I'll use my B group however I wish to. So now I'm after his A group. C is my main group. The B stones, just helping stones. So that's quite a change. Black played unusually, and things have come about in an unusual way. And we're sacrificing and you having Aji and all this kind of stuff. Okay, it comes up. Good time to get my forcing move in. Do some reading and realize, hey, this actually works. Very nice. So I believe that was a mistake for black. Was there another way? I don't want to go look. Let's just say very nice for me. So my main group is now alive with points. That's fantastic. My A group is getting smaller and smaller and smaller for him to capture, and it's not yet captured. So he has to save a cut, which he does as he surrounds. Okay. Now, it's obvious, but let's just look at the principle. We look at white's dead group. And now let's add these stones. The more stones you put there, the smaller the group gets. So if you take 10 points with one move, that's really different from taking 10 points with 2 moves or 3 moves or 4 moves, right? So he keeps adding stones here to the same size area. So it's getting smaller and smaller, and there's still Aji there. Okay. From here, we notice black's got an 8 high line wall, so the top's pretty darn big. And this stone has 3 options for health. One thing to notice here is if it looked this way, I wouldn't be playing that move. Let's take away that top one. If it looked this way, I'm not going to play the move. It's too close to thickness. But here, I'm not too close to thickness. In fact, I'm thinking of when I jump, I've got this move going on, right? There's a lot of Aji here. I'm still using the dead group. Now, this is something, at first you're afraid to, I just put those 4 stones down there in the beginning. I can't give them up. Yes, you can. Well, what am I going to do? Here it is. You're naturally using them. Well, I'm not sure I'm using them that much. You're using them. Just go forward. Don't worry about it. Okay, so I'm saying that when I approach, he's not thick, and I'm ready to use my Aji, even if it's here. I mean, the cut doesn't work right now, but that depends on what's going to happen in the future. So he pinches. I come out. He stops. There's another move to capture my 4 stones. It's getting smaller and smaller. Now, I'm not about to start this fight. I don't like this. Bothers me. I really feel the need to get more stable here. On top of that, if we look at the top of the board, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1. I like that I'm controlling the situation. If I pinch, I don't feel like I'm in control. So I like this move here. Very pleasant. Okay. So we should probably look at this. Let's look at a basic kind of Joseki. So what happens here? Well, one possibility, let him cut. What I get in my corner in the center is at least equitable to what black's getting. And remember, what black is getting means he's getting his A group healthy. It was already healthy. He's getting his B group healthy. It was already healthy. That part is a waste. So he's only getting points. I'm getting my C group perfectly healthy when it was in the center floating. The D part healthy, plus the turn gives me huge points. I'm getting the better deal here. So here I have a decision. Should I go ahead and give it up? Now, maybe. It seemed too unclear to me. So I went ahead and saved. I don't know if this is the right decision. But here I am taking responsibility for my group. Doesn't mean I did the right thing. I did the best I could at the time. Looking back, I have my doubts. Might take me half an hour to go through all the variations and try to come up with a better understanding. But anyway, here we go. His 3 stones are pretty heavy, right? If he comes out, I'm the one getting out. He's still behind enemy lines, right? So this fight is better for me. This is my premise. Finally, I can't surround him anymore. He's getting strong. Time to fix. Okay, so the flow was there. Never seen this before. I'm taking guesses. But again, if he starts coming up, he still has a weak group. And I'm still playing these moves. So anyway, we get here, and I'm very happy with the result. Now, a quick readout, that's a net and a ladder. So he can't cut me that way. And this way, it's a net and a ladder. Okay, so I'm not cut. That's an important readout. A simple one, but a lot of times Q players don't really think of those things along the way, but that's important. He comes out. So a lot of interesting things so far, a lot of interesting principles, sacrificing groups, then black has to play another move to take it and another move to take it. I mean, it gets smaller and smaller. That's interesting. And here, I am hovering. I'm almost clicking here. Then I remember, I go, well, wait a minute, check it out. How's your A group? Fine. Far out into the center. Far out, man. So my A group is perfectly fine. How's the B stone? Fine. I mean, I'm not about to get surrounded or anything. Is the wall I'm building the biggest thing on the board? No, it's nothing. Oh, so this move is meaningless. Oh, never dawned on me. Thank goodness I caught myself. Well, then maybe I should, just go ahead and defend myself. Didn't I just say that B's okay? Was I wrong? No, I think B. Then why are you playing that? Isn't this bigger? Yeah. So that was really nice to catch myself because this is so natural. Hey, I'm using my stones. I'm defending. I'm surrounding you. I'm surrounding him. It's like, oh, what a pleasant thing. Then I go, he's alive. He could ignore and could care less. Oh, so it's just a wrong direction. Thank goodness I caught myself. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now what? Well, a moment ago, we said the A group was fine, and that's correct. And if B was a lonely stone, then A has more oomph to it because B's alone, but B's not alone. So A is lacking. So now this move, not only does black like it because it closes the skirt, but applies extra pressure on me. So a perfect time to defend. Okay, like to play. We ask, of course, okay, he's just messing with my A group. Can I play away? A lot of times, no. I mean, a lot of times, yes, we can play away. But here, he's got this darned B group. Plus, I'm not at all connected over to C. But yeah, I'm totally feeling I would like some help here. So, of course, we think of our D stone, of a D move. But something we've looked at before, there may be some viewers that are unfamiliar with this. And it's a very important principle. Okay, this move. And don't worry about old version, old Joseki, new Josekis. We're just going to look at this principle. This black move. Well, let's make it this white move. This white move. Defense, attack, territory. Three-purpose move. Okay. Now we're going to play this move again. Just a minute. Here it comes. Here we go. Defense, not attack. Territory. Now it's a two-purpose move. It is smaller, less important. Now we're going to play it again. Not defense, not attack. Only territory. One-purpose move. May as well do, this move. What's that for? Not defense, not attack, small territory. See what I'm saying? So these moves get smaller and smaller. Let's take off L17 again. Okay, so now it has more meaning. Great. Okay, so let's apply this back to what we're doing, which I believe was here. D, defense, no attack. Territory. When I started thinking of D, I'm like, I'm so disappointed that I'm not bothering black at all. That bothers me. However, if I play here, is it defense? Oh, yeah. Is it attack? Yeah. Is it territory? Well, yeah. The next move is going to be even better territory. But this is more substantial. It's bothering something. It's taking action. While the other one's a gote inactive move. So that's an important distinction. Okay, let's pause for a second. And if we use this move as an example, there's a lot of thinking that went into this move. There's a lot of emotional content that went into it. For me, I felt this move. It felt bad. I'm not doing anything. Just dead end. The end. That was to me, the emotional bell goes off. And I'm like, great, let me try something else. So there's a whole process, complex process I went through to find this move. Since I've gone through this process, how many times? I don't think I'm exaggerating. If we start with 500,000, I'd go up from there. Now, I know that's a lot, but I've played at least 100,000 games. Have I gone through the process at least 5 times per game? Oh, yeah, at least. Well, that's 500,000 right there. So maybe 1,000,000 times I've gone through this process. What a crazy thought. So it's like I can go through it quickly, relatively quickly, with relative accuracy. So when you, and I'm specifically thinking of M and B, but whoever's listening, you may not even be able to get through the whole process. Am I okay? Is he okay? What's big? How do I judge these things? It's a long, difficult process. But when you do what you can in the process, rather than just putting a stone down, within a month, you've done that 20 times. I'm just guessing at numbers here. And by the time you get to 200, it's like it's becoming a habit. It's becoming easier. So I'm just encouraging process rather than just putting moves down. Try to go through the process. When it's your move, when it's his move, it's always stuff to think about. Okay, so here we are. Okay, how am I doing? A group, I'm out. I've got at least an eye. Feeling pretty good. What to do? Now, I believe I know what I did. Now, it's not like I have the game memorized, but I think I'm all healthy everywhere. So two things come to mind. One, his stick. We look at a stick and it's like not much shape there. Well, if he were to just take a side move, as a matter of fact, if he did the normal move, which means, yikes, if I go to kill him, I can't capture that stone. So if he plays the regular move, we usually play this so that he can't cut here. So when he cuts, I can just take care of business. But that means he gets this move for free. Or did I do it? Yes, I did it. Or I can take the move. So this is an area in double sente. That's the point. Now, I don't like playing here. I stop in this move. I stop myself 3 times. What am I doing playing in this small, uninteresting area that I actually can't even take? And he can't take. Well, because it's double sente, and it does have value, just not a whole lot. But it's sente, it's active, and the point value is the least interesting thing about it. But even if there's 3 points, I get 3 or he gets 3. Well, that's 6 points in double sente where everyone gets activity. Okay. Now, in a minute, we'll get to what I thought my other choice may have been, but we'll get there. He comes down. Let's talk about what that means. That means he can get an eye here. Okay. It means he might be able to jump in. Okay, I'm not too concerned because, again, he'll only get a couple points in Gote. What else does it mean? It means he can get this in Sente. Have to respond. So usually we play when he comes down, okay, you get that side, I'll get this side. The problem is his stick just became alive. Well, I don't want that. So that's when I made a decision. I'll play here instead. Still Sente, or at least Sente-ish, and he doesn't get the eye. I'll take it. Okay. He has a stick. Now, again, my B group is already alive. I don't need A. He can ignore, and his C group won't die. But this is the roots, the foundation of making the C group weak. It doesn't want to ignore. It could, but there's going to be some suffering implied. But he can get an eye at 1 by playing at 2. So there's an eye there, there's an eye there. His Hani at 3 is powerful. So it's not like he's about to die, but he is a stick inside a sea of white. He plays that. Yep. Yep. That's his right. He comes out. Should I defend this stone? I decided yes. Don't you go defending the stone. Don't you go doing anything without reasons. So why in the world would you save the stone? Is it big on points? Well, this is what you have to go through. Let's have a look. Atari, I ignore. Great. I played away twice. True, but he's so thick and alive now. On top of which, up until now, we have said without hesitation that our A group is alive. But once he's this thick, we start thinking, well, that's kind of only one eye at A, and in the one group is only one eye. Now we're stretching here. But I start feeling an itch in my A group, it's like, well, I'm pretty alive. Before this, I'm totally alive. Now that's almost not worth talking about, but it's sure on my mind. I mean, I hate having weak groups. I mentioned before the horribly bad taste when you're playing professionals and you have weak groups. It's horrible. Let me say that again. It's horrible having weak groups when you're playing professionals. So it doesn't take long, and you're struggling to get healthy groups, and you don't succeed. You're only getting 98% healthy, and they're all over you still. How do you get where you're not weak? And so for me, I'm like, heck, I like this move. Makes me feel good about my group. Secondly, well, that's not an eye. He still has a stick. So I felt there was good reasons to play this. On top of which, heck, I can still get 5, 10 points in the center. I mean, it's a good, strong, profitable move. Okay, that was a lot to talk about. But again, you can just give up that stone and almost no suffering. Or you can save it and not much attack. But the position, you get strong in the center. Black is not strong in the center. It's a big difference in position. Okay, I defend. He says, yeah, what of it? I'm going, that Hane's a bother. He Hane's Tari, under, all of a sudden he's so alive. Just, so I did ignore. I did ignore. Okay. I assume I come back. I like the Hane. Well, let's follow it out and see. So we know this has been bothering me. I mean, we didn't talk about it, but of course that bothers me. Let's just look at this, and now I'm having to come out, and so I'm playing defensive moves here. So I'm looking for opportunities. And here I have to judge, which do I dislike more? This and what we went through here. Do I dislike this more? Or do I dislike that more? And I'm like, yeah, let's do this. He plays here. Whoa. I just got a big step of health in the corner. True, you can Hane in Gote, and I've already got healthier. So no, I'm not about to respond to that. And I start after the group again. Okay, check this out. You see me wanting to play here. But we also see that there's lots to do on the bottom for black. Black is getting thick now. Start to remember what I felt here. This new thickness affects my A stones, B, and C. Imagine the C stones running. and he doesn't let me get home. So I'm running this way, right? Here I go running out to the center. Look at that baseball glove ready to catch me on the bottom for black. Now that's almost irrational because black is so far away. But what we're doing is making shapes and positions that will last into the future. Goes a long game. So when I see this thickness, I'm thinking, I don't care about my B stone. I care about my C group. I'm going to start there. He gives me a free move. Great. Then I care next most about the bottom. So I'm going to save the bottom. Now I'm going to make this a two-part video because I'm going into detail. And I want to continue because to me, this game really presented a lot about process and journey. Okay. So I was ready to play here. And I'm like, what is that, a joke? You know, just a simple monkey jump. And it's like, yeah, I saved my stone and got 3 points in Gote. I can't do that. Great, then I'll come up here. Really? I'm not sure I did anything. Then I'll go this way. Really? It's a little scary. Okay, so what I want to do then is make it so black can't get out. So if I had a stone here already. Anyway, so I'm doing this reading going, I don't think he can play here now. Now, I could be wrong about that. But I really felt that this stone supported my bottom area a lot. Kind of like now this is the proper extension. 2-stone high wall, 3 space extension. So this is nearly the same thing, but it bothers black a lot. So that was my process. We know some 9-don could walk in and go, I'm sorry, but that's a ridiculous move. Great, and I apologize for that. But we're talking trying to work through and find moves. So I felt good about the move. Black plays here, okay. Then thought, okay, good time for me to fix here because I know I didn't complete it. And once I play here, I'm now committed to it. He responds, okay, he's strong, I'll go back and fix. Comes out. And now, check this out. Okay, look at my stick on top. I can't get home to the left anymore. Trouble. As a matter of fact, it looks like bad trouble. So when I see this move, oh, I can't get home anymore. Let's go ahead and start fixing immediately. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so my A group is officially surrounded. I can't get past the BC wall. So we're not saying I'm about to die. However, good grief, this is really getting small quickly. I'm like, you know, this is double Sente, and it's not just in-game anymore. Now it's my life we're talking about. So I took an early in-game to get a step towards health. And then right around, oh, sorry, what am I doing? Right around here, I felt a bit of relief, like, okay, I'm getting a hand, I'm starting to get comfortable on how the whole board feels, and I had a little extra time to think. And I started looking at the A group and those little B stones and that cut at C. And I started reading it out while he's thinking. So going along, going along, going along. I'm like, okay, finally decided. Good time. He's about to die. Tari, Tari, capture, Tari, save. Well, that's nice. Let me check my phone real quick, see if that was my wife sending me a message. No, what dingled? Okay, I think some unknown thing. So that was really big. But let's check it out. If I do nothing, Atari, I certainly can't save the stones. Okay. Well, what if I just give them up and go play some big move somewhere? Well, now I can't save the next stones. And black's alive. Notice, how many eyes does black have right now? One. One? Yeah. I mean, if he plays again, he has two. But if he doesn't play, that's only one eye. Well, then if I save, look at that group. It's not alive. So the flow here is very nice. And this white move gives me a lot of liberties. So he can't just kill me now. Boom, boom, boom. Did a lot of reading here. Fix. Okay, yeah, that's your right. Okay. I need to be thinking about my A group. He's very thick B wall. And I don't have eyes yet. I need to be very careful. Make the eye, dare I say, in sente. And I believe here is where I made my mistake. And let's call that the stopping point. And I totally want to do a step two. Yeah, to me, this process, I could not do anything without the process. So I'm trying to get that across. And I think this game really showed, I went through a lot of personal process. So I just want to share that. Okay, so we'll see you in part 2. Thanks for bearing with me. Like the pregnant midwife said. That's a good one. Thanks for bearing with me. Okay, guys, bye.